France in 1999, when traffic had a soundtrack. You didn't just hear the streets, you felt them. The growl of mopeds, the rumble of old Citroëns, and the occasional honk echoing off narrow stone alleyways. Petrol fumes danced with the scent of fresh baguettes. It was chaotic, but in the most romantic way. Roundabouts were everywhere. Traffic lights didn't think, they just blinked. No AI, no sensors, just red, amber, and green, and a lot of driver intuition. And the metro? Iconic, but a little clunky. Paper tickets, coin machines that ate your change, and maps that looked like abstract art. Still, it got you where you needed to go. Eventually. In cities like Lyon and Strasbourg, cobblestone roads made for scenic strolls and bumpy rides. The charm, unmatched. The comfort, questionable. There were no bike lanes, no apps to tell you when the next bus was coming. You just showed up and hoped for the best. But still, despite all the noise and quirks, there was something magical about it. Because the roads didn't just take you places, they told stories. Where the buildings told stories and the skyline whispered poetry. Step into Paris, and you'd see rows upon rows of elegant Haussmannian apartments, those cream-colored facades, black iron balconies, and iconic blue-gray rooftops. They weren't just buildings. They were identity. Romance in stone and symmetry. Back then, glass towers were rare, almost suspicious. The French weren't in a hurry to modernize their skyline. They preserved it, protected it. Every building felt like a page out of a historical novel. Beyond the capital, the suburbs were a different story. Boxy structures with minimal design dotted the outskirts. Practical, yes. But beautiful? Not so much. Concrete reigned where charm didn't always reach, and inside those buildings, the tech world of 1999. Fax machines buzzed, desktops hummed like tiny jet engines. CRT monitors flickered in fluorescent-lit offices. Smart homes weren't even science fiction yet. The future was still plugged into dial-up. The architecture of 1999 France was elegant in its traditions, frozen in time. And perhaps that's what made it so special. It resisted the rush, held on to charm, and let the future knock. Very gently, where the future felt unplugged. Before Wi-Fi, before smartphones, before we had the world in our pockets. Tech in France was a background character, not the star of the show. A little beige box with a keyboard and screen. It was France's quirky pre-internet marvel. You could check the train schedule, maybe look up a phone number, but stream a video? Forget about it. Minitel was hanging on. Barely. And forget tapping a screen. Landlines were king. If someone wasn't home, you left a message. On tape. ATMs were high-tech, but you still carried cash. Plastic hadn't taken over yet. GPS? Not a chance. If you wanted directions, you reached into the glove box and unfolded a giant paper map that covered half your dashboard. Getting lost was just part of the charm. Offices ran on Windows 98, floppy disks, and monitors the size of microwaves. Email was new, and downloading a song? You might as well go to a record store. It was faster. In 1999, French tech was analog, limited, but uniquely local. It didn't follow the world, it did its own thing. And while it wasn't futuristic, it was charmingly human. France in 1999 wasn't just a country. It was a mood, a rhythm, a slower way of living. Picture this. Corner cafes with metal chairs, white tablecloths, and waiters in bow ties. Cigarette smoke curling through the air as someone plays the accordion a few tables down. The clink of espresso cups, the rustle of newspapers, the buzz of real conversation. There were no phones at the table, just debates over politics, philosophy, and football. People looked each other in the eye, not down at screens. Arguments were passionate, opinions even more so. And all of it happened without a single tweet. Entertainment lived in your hands. Literally. CDs spinning in Walkmans, VHS tapes stacked by the TV, handwritten letters delivered with a kiss on the envelope. Everything was tactile, slower, and strangely more alive. Sunday wasn't for scrolling. It was for strolling. Through farmers' markets with fresh bread, pungent cheese, and voices calling out in French from behind colorful stalls. Menus were written in chalk. cash was handed over with a smile. France in 1999 was full of imperfections, but that's what made it beautiful. It was unplugged, unscripted, and unforgettable. A country that lived in the moment, not in the cloud. France in 2025 doesn't sound like it used to, because it's quiet. Gone are the days of revving engines and smoky exhaust. Now, EVs glide like whispers through the streets of Paris, Lyon, and Marseille. Effortlessly, silently, smoothly. The chaos has been replaced by calm, smart traffic grids, powered by AI and real-time data. Sync every light, every turn, every lane. No more stop-and-go frustration. The city breathes with the rhythm of tech. And the metro? It's not just public transport, it's public brilliance. Forget paper tickets and turnstile queues. You tap in with your phone. The AI system already knows peak times, adjusts train flow, and even tracks crowd levels. Above ground, bike highways stretch across skylines. Dedicated lanes for cyclists zip through business districts and along the Seine. Eco-mobility isn't just a trend, it's the default. Rideshare hubs? Everywhere. In 2025, a car doesn't wait for you. It finds you. Autonomous shuttles loop through city centers, while rural towns even have self-driving vans that double as mobile community hubs. And don't forget the roads themselves. Solar-powered lanes, charging pads built into the pavement, and smart signs that adjust based on weather and traffic. In France today, transportation doesn't just move you. It listens, it adapts, it evolves. This is movement redefined, where the past kisses the future in every brick and beam. Look up in Paris and you'll see it. Eco-skyscrapers rising beside Gothic giants like Notre Dame. Glass towers shimmer with vertical gardens, their vines reaching toward the clouds. Not just for beauty, but for better air, better energy, and a better future. This isn't just glass and steel. These are smart buildings. Glass that adjusts to sunlight, windows that tint automatically, and facades that breathe, all powered by solar grids and wind systems hidden in design. And those old warehouses by the Seine? They're no longer dusty storage. Now, they buzz with co-working spaces, creative hubs, and co-living pods for digital nomads and startup dreamers. Inside, it's smart, everything app-controlled, but outside, the charm remains. France didn't flatten its history. It wove it into the future. From Marseille to Bordeaux, you'll find 18th century facades hiding AI-powered interiors. Even rural towns have caught the wave. Solar tiles on cottage roofs, wind turbines rising gently beyond vineyards, and buildings that know when to turn off the heat, water the plants, or power down. France in 2025 is no longer building for the present. It's designing for forever. The revolution isn't loud. It's leafy, light-filled, and laser-smart. Isn't just living in the future. It's dancing with it. Step into a Parisian cafe and forget the paper menus. A sleek QR code greets you at the table. Order with a tap, pay in crypto, and your espresso is on the way. All before you say, bonjour. The AI doesn't just run menus, it curates your order. Looking tired? Here's a double shot. Vegan today? Voila, our plant-based pick and work. It's no longer tied to office buildings. From Montmartre rooftops to Marseille's sunny piers, co-working hubs buzz with remote workers sipping flat whites while running businesses across the globe. But here's the twist. Tradition never left. Street musicians still strum guitars and violins. Only now, they live stream it. One moment serenading locals, the next going viral in Tokyo. Sunday markets still bustle with fresh bread, lavender, and brie. But now you'll also find booths selling AI-crafted perfumes, solar-powered handbags, and smart rings that track your mood. Smart fashion is the new chic. Coats that heat themselves, glasses that translate in real time, and jewelry that glows with biometric flair. And yet, the soul of France, the cafe chats, the poetry in motion, the effortless style, still hums beneath it all. It's digital, yes, but it's deeply human. France 2025 isn't about forgetting the past. It's about evolving the romance of daily life, pixel by pixel, heartbeat by heartbeat. Welcome to France, not just a country, but a digital ecosystem in 2025. In every corner of the city, from the lavender fields of Provence to the bustling lanes of Paris, Wi-Fi flows like water. 5G pulses through the air, connecting everything and everyone. CCTV, old news. Today, AI-powered surveillance ensures safety with facial recognition, behavioral cues, and real-time response, all while respecting privacy with encrypted systems. But here's where it gets wild. History goes augmented. Stand at the Arc de Triomphe and watch Napoleon's parade march by. Tour Versailles with digital ghosts of the Sun King's court walking beside you. Need a coffee, a baguette, or a phone charger? A delivery drone drops it at your balcony in under 10 minutes. The street vendor is now an app. The marketplace, your pocket. Even healthcare is smart. Walk into a digital kiosk, scan your vitals, consult an AI doctor, all in minutes. Rural. Doesn't matter. The entire country is online and care comes to you. France isn't running. It's leading. From solar-paneled roadways in Bordeaux to hydrogen-powered trams in Lille, the entire infrastructure hums with sustainability. This isn't the France of postcards. This is the France of possibility. Digital at its core, human at heart. If this journey through time moved you, amazed you, or simply sparked nostalgia, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to City Glow. Then and now.